So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of the problem that I've been dealing with since yesterday, since last night. Mercury and Mars are retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. Okay? And regardless of your ascendant, everybody's going to deal with some kind of a failure related to electronic devices. Thankfully, people were saying when I uploaded my YouTube short that, I'm dealing with my camera just gone. It's less than a year. And they're like, how come you didn't do remedy? I'm like, yeah, I actually did do remedy unknowingly. 3 days before Mercury went retrograde, I got my Nikon ZR that I pre-ordered. So, while it wasn't pre-ordered, I canceled the pre-order, then I went and got it from the store because store had it. So, so it kind of saved me. This is actually the remedy that naturally the cosmos gave it to me. So Mercury and Mars are retrograde. I'm sorry, Mars is direct, but Mars, Mercury are conjunct in Scorpio. But remember, when Mercury is retrograde, if it's with any planet, that planet will also behave retrograde. So it's not just communication issue that you will deal with. It is actually dealing with engineering devices, perhaps communications within your car CarPlay. And because Mars is in Scorpio, perhaps vehicles pipeline will probably need repair. Tires may need repair. Because Mercury naturally also has air element. Okay, so regardless of your ascendant, you're going to be dealing with this issue of technology failing. Okay. Now, besides that, we're going to see with each ascendant what exactly it does. And if you don't know what your ascendant is and where your Mercury and Mars are placed, what nakshatra they're in, all of these details, you can go to karasastrology.com where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I've currently uploaded the magic technique of marriage timing. Once you know it, boom, you'll be able to see it. Now, if you're an Aries ascendant, Mercury, Mars are in the 8th house in Scorpio. So whatever plan that you're dealing with, especially if you're dealing with R&D, research, you're in manufacturing, you're waiting for some supplies to come in, they will reverse, they will create major problems and issues. Okay. So those things will be a major issue. And the other thing you'll also see, somebody in your in-laws would have passed away. And if they did, you may not be able to attend their last rites during this time period. And during this time period also, some unexpected expense comes in for someone in your in-laws, whether father-in-law, mother-in-law, or one of the siblings-in-law. So find out, call them probably by, I would say, end of November. Because right now it just went retrograde. So you want to wait and see how this does. This is also the period you will find out about some unpaid bill or unpaid expense that you had that you never even paid attention to. And now they're probably sending you a new letter that, hey, if you don't pay this bill, we're going to put it to a credit report check. Or we're going to put it in your credit report. So you'll get some of these type of notices. Okay. Then, if you're a Taurus ascendant, naturally miscommunication with the spouse will happen. Spouse will say something, you will listen to something else. This is also showing that there will be some electronic device that will go bad, especially in the bathroom. Even for Aries ascendant in the 8th house and for Taurus ascendant in the 7th house. Either bathroom or right outside the bathroom, if there was some kind of like a device or something, that would go bad. During this particular time period, you will also see you will either try to change your banks, okay, or some money will get stuck related to banking for both you or your spouse. Because once you're married, look, your account is their account is your account. Okay. Then on the other hand, for Taurus ascendant, this is also not a good period at all to do any kind of like negotiations related to either business or proposals. If a proposal comes in, it may be too good to be true of a proposal. Like for arranged marriages, it'll be too good of a proposal. So don't be like, oh my God, we got this proposal, because you know what? Gonna happen. It'll retract back. They'll be like, no, we're okay, we're not interested. It's funny when I think about this from United States of America, proposal coming in, going back. It's like a product, like, oh, I want to buy this product. No, I don't want to buy this product. Cancel my order. Well, what is this? You know? I don't know, but there is some validity. Like arranged marriages I've seen tend to actually have worked much better. But nowadays, both of them don't work, arranged or love, because you're in this constant feeding of all kinds of ideology through social media, that husband and wife are both thinking, oh, I need to act this way, I need to act that way. And I've gotten readings from people. You know, I heard that women should be like this and my husband is doing this. Or how come my wife is trying to do this? Why? Because both of you are being influenced by social media BS. It's no longer just one small channel on your TV and rest is your relatives and your friends. Now it's like some stranger in Timbuktu could be giving you a marriage advice which they have no clue about. Okay? And this is why even in astrology, I don't go into certain subjects. Because if I'm not an expert in certain subjects, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to delude you on those things. Okay? Now, for Gemini. So for Gemini, naturally, they will deal with Vata-related issues related to health. Skin issues will happen. Like especially rashes or what do you call, you know, God, I'm forgetting the name. What do you call those? Shingles. Yes, shingles. I think it's shingles. That could take place. Also, you'll get into fight with one of your social circles, network circles, elder siblings, and friends. And it'll be over either related to some debt, some work-related thing. Okay? Or somehow they wanted help in emergency and you couldn't help them. So, arguments happen. And this is also a period that shows naturally a person will deal with a lot of cuts and bruises. Okay? For example, if you look at this cut, this is actually not a cut. I got this from playing golf. My finger from the side kept rubbing on the iron so much that my skin ripped off. I was just practicing, and next thing you know, just this entire side of the skin is coming out and is bleeding. Like I saw the blood on the iron. That's what happens when you're obsessed with golf. Because golf will make you obsessed. I don't care how much you hate golf. Once you have hit first 10 shots ever in your life and you don't do good, you'll be like, okay, I have to do good. I have to take this further. So yeah. And yes, for Gemini ascendant, naturally, communication devices will fail in the bathrooms. Bathrooms, or especially any place in the north direction, whatever device is sitting, would fail. Okay. For Cancer ascendant, Mercury and Mars are in the 5th house in Scorpio. So naturally, it'll cause issues when it comes to dealing with fun and games. Mercury and Mars especially will fail some device in the east direction of your home. East wall of your home. Mercury and Mars will also show unnecessary expenses related to fun. Related to some enjoyment or fun or entertainment purposes, you'll have to spend money. This is also the period where you will actually buy some electronic device and try to return it. Or you will try to return something. The other thing we also see here is major miscommunication with the children will happen in their school. The teacher said to do this, They come home and tell you that this is what's going to happen. And then when you find out, like, wait a second, that's not what the teacher said. Teacher said this. So if there's some important project that is happening in your kids' lives, some important test, to ask them, is this really what they said? Call the school. Say, hey, is this, talk to the teacher. Is this the project? Is this what you wanting to do? They'll be like, no, I actually said to do this and this, not this. So there will be this blank space between what the teacher is saying and versus what they're hearing, and they will give you their own interpretation. This is also the period you will revisit some old lessons, or you will restart to learn something new again. Like something that you're wanting to learn, you didn't want to learn before, but now you're going back to, okay, I'm going to finally learn it. And this is also going to cause problems with your mantra sadhana right now. You will see some kind of a disruption will happen when you're trying to do mantras. Like when you're wanting to do mantras, phone call will come and you're like, no, I'm not going to pick up the phone. But then you'll see it's your boss that's calling, like, okay, I got to pick up because either I'm getting fired right now, promoted right now, or he or she wants something from me. So you'll pick up, you know? So these type of interruptions will happen. Leo. For Leo, kitchen devices will fail. Issues with the kitchen devices, home devices, and especially anything within northeast direction of your home would be failing. Especially clocks in the home can stop. And if clock stops, either throw that clock away, or if it's just the battery, then of course change the battery. But if it's the battery's not working and all that, don't just hold that clock in your home. If it's like a cheap clock, just throw it away in the trash and then replace that clock. Also, plumbing issues. Plumbing issues in the kitchen will happen. And yes, this could be the right time if you're trying to like repair something, like especially like a sink and a faucet. This would be a time that you can actually change it. Okay? But don't change it if everything is fine. If everything is good, then wait till Mercury is direct. But if thing is already giving you problem before Mercury went retrograde and now you're wanting to change it because it's not functional, then if you change it, it'll be great. During this time period also, you will see, you will put some red object in the northeast direction. Red book in the northeast direction. Or even northwest. And this is also the period communication will cause conspiracy and controversies with the mother or by the mother. So tell your mother if she's going to some party, she's going to meet some family, just say, hey, just keep the conversation light. Don't get into any family drama, because then it's going to cause some kind of a issue. Then we have Virgo. So of course, communication devices will fail. Issues with communication and email, text messages will happen. This is also where your neighbor, you will see neighbor will try to fix something outside the house. Maybe their scooter or their bike or car. You'll see them fixing something in the next 3 weeks. And especially if you notice, Wi-Fi connections will fail for Virgo, including neighbor will have some kind of a failure in their own Wi-Fi. So if you know, just wait till November 24th, 25th and ask your neighbor, hey, did anything happen with your Wi-Fi? But yeah, Wi-Fi will fail. So, and these things should be literally happening right away, because Mercury is now, when it's retrograde, it's like it just does something. You will notice like Mercury, right when it goes retrograde and few days before it goes direct, I've noticed it just does something significant. Okay. Then for Libra, issues with banking, issues with food. You will waste a lot of food. Your speech becomes very direct, straightforward, harsh, especially with the spouse. Especially with the Mercury and Mars being in the second house. If your spouse has a business, this business begin to see a lot of like ups and downs, and a lot of like fluctuations in their income. in their business. Okay, but this will be more with the spouse. Now, here's the thing. If your Mercury is retrograde in your birth chart, Mars is retrograde in the birth chart, then actually money flows easily. And I should make some of these things right in the beginning of the video, which I will probably add. That if Mercury is retrograde, you might actually do well. Okay. Also, during this time period, accidentally, you may eat a lot of spice. Accidentally, you may put a lot of spice in your food. But controversy, conspiracy related to your speech will happen. Whatever you say will cause an issue. Food related talk will cause an issue. Scorpio, obviously everything in your overall life will feel like going backwards. Communication devices failing, machines failing, cars failing, health issue can become active. One thing I'll advise for Scorpio ascendant, go right now to a hospital. Go into any hospital. Either buy some orange juice, coffee, whatever, or if they have a pharmacy, just get some common headache medicine or something, pay for it, and then just walk out. This will be the best remedy that you can do right now. For Sagittarius, obviously this is going to, you can make some bad investment during this time. Suddenly give donations more than what you expected. Okay, expense will happen related to electronics, and especially it will be in the, if I'm not mistaken, southeast direction of your home. Southeast direction of your home, if there's some kind of a device, something, that will be failing. During this time period, we also see loss of interest in education happens for those of you who are young. And especially gambling habits can become active. But this is a great period if you want to get some money back that was owed to you. Okay. Also during this time period, Sagittarius ascendant people need to be careful of either taking or giving gifts. Don't give any gifts. Don't take any gifts. So if your birthday is this month right now, and if you're having a birthday get together or party, just tell everybody, do not bring me any gifts, please. If you're going to give me gifts, give it to me in December. Don't give it to me right now. Because once they give you a gift, it'll activate your 12th house of losses, activate your Mars and Mercury. So issues in career will happen due to communication. And loss of interest will happen, especially in your education. And including, you can suddenly make bad investments or sudden expenses become active. Okay. So do not take any gifts. For Capricorn, do not meet too many social circles. Don't hang out with many social circles right now, unless your Mercury and Mars, or especially if your Mercury is retrograde, then you can do that. Because some controversy will take place due to the way you communicate with someone. Especially during this time period, southeast direction of your home will have some kind of a device that will fail. Capricorn will also see if your children are married, they will have major fights and issues in their life. Also during this time period, your spouse becomes very disciplinarian and will use harsh words with the children. During this time period, gains come with breaks. Like you were expecting a check of a certain amount and it doesn't come in the same amount. You get it less. Then you have to call. Then you have to see where the supplier is or whoever is your client. Hey, where's the money? You will get the money in breaks. Even if, let's say, you're on a regular salary, you will see somehow your direct deposit may not come on the exact time that you always expected. It comes a day later, 2 days later. Oh, there's some issue with the banking. They're updating some software, whatever the excuse is always, right? They're doing some maintenance on their website. So there will be some kind of obstruction towards the gains. The other thing, elder sibling may deal with cuts, bruises, injuries. And especially your left hand middle finger could get some kind of a cut. Like, see, I have it on the right, but this is not a cut. This is actually from playing golf. Just playing so much golf, this finger right there keeps rubbing against the iron. So when I'm hitting, you can feel it. And I've hit so much that literally my skin was coming off. That's what happens when you become obsessed about something. Aquarius. Stay away from bosses. Yeah, have you seen the movie Office Space? When the guy Peter Thiel, I don't know what's his name. Peter, trying to escape the boss. That's what you need to do. Because somehow boss will be irritated. Work environment will irritate you. They will nitpick, error pick everything that you say. Although people say ninth house is the boss, I'm sorry, but the boss is in your workspace. So, and it is second from the ninth house, the speech of the boss. So speech of the boss is going to be very harsh. Suddenly they can lose their stuff because for some reason they may have, had a fight with their spouse, so they have to take it out on you. And right now, a lot of interviews or decisions related to jobs could reverse. If your Mercury and Mars are retrograde, then it can actually go in your favor. But if it's not, if you're direct Mercury in your birth chart and Mercury is now retrograde, whatever offer the company gave, let's say today or tomorrow, they can retract back that offer. That, something happened, blah, blah, blah. Budget issue happened, so we can no longer offer you this. Either they will not offer you the job at all, they will say it's going to be much less. So if you're trying to give an interview right now, just don't expect mountains to move. Okay? Because especially Scorpio is a sign of surprise. It's going to surprise you with the result. Unexpected things. Like, for example, like today, my $7,000 camera that is not even 9 months old. Actually, 10 months old. Gone. Just I have to send it for repair with Fuji. So, never gave any trouble, ever. Like never, ever, ever. And any Mercury retrograde ever gave any trouble. But today, with this severe Scorpio, Mars, Mercury, not only that, Rahu's 10th aspect or 10th from Rahu gets affected in transit. Whenever there's planets that come 10th from Rahu. It's one of those naughty techniques. So this is why it was like a perfect mix for getting things out of whack. Pisces. So during this time period, obviously, one will either has to go back and revisit some higher knowledge, some higher book. You will revisit a temple. And especially it could be a fierce form of Devi. Kali, Durga, especially Durga. And what's her name? Lalita. If you're in India, you could be somehow visiting the temple of Lalita or Ma something. What is it? My God, I'm forgetting. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Mamta? No. It's something else. Oh my God. Never mind. Just any Devi's temple. During this time period, a lot of harsh exchange can happen with the father. Father can suddenly lose his cool on you. Father will deal with his own issues with his own communication and his communication devices. Your spouse can get into dispute with her own siblings. So naturally, spouse needs to, kind of like not get into too much of dramas and conversations during this time. This is also the time period where you may feel like that luck is reversing. Okay. But it's only very temporary. And especially it's only reversing due to either some paperwork not going through. And especially during this time period, don't sign anything important. Any legal document with Mercury and Mars in the 9th house in Scorpio. Any legal documents, if you can delay it till December 1st week, just delay it till then. But if you have to sign it and it's a deadline, then do it. But there's a particular thing you do. I think it's either you drink like a salt water before you go, or if there's any green sweet, go to any Indian grocery store. If they have like those green sweet, eat a green sweet before you go and you have to sign some legal paperwork, whether it's online, in person, or you have to mail it. Just eat some green sweet and sign. And first, what you do, you sign. Okay, so copy that same document sign it. Keep that with you. Sign the second one. Keep that with you as well. The third one that you're supposed to mail out, sign that and then send it. This way you won't get into those issues. And check to see if you have to initial somewhere. This is also the time where you, if you're in India, there could be a leakage from the roof tank. What is that called? I know it's called Tunki. We used to have it as well in New Delhi. But would be some pipes issue related to the ceiling. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was Mercury Mars retrograde that I just knew I wanted to make. And remember, my blank chart prediction course has now marriage technique, which you will find in the link in the description. And all my consultations are on this link as well under shop section. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.